What's up, you nasty sons of bitches? Welcome to the Die Hard, Die Nasty podcast with Schyler, Tad, and Brandon. Let's get nasty. What makes the matchup so juicy?
Well, let's just throw it out there that the Seattle Seahawks are playing the New York Jets.
Yep, that is the juicy matchup of the week. Pick everybody on Seattle. All right, let's get into it.
Yeah, that's the move right there. Our whole team is just Seattle.
What's up, dude? How you been?
Not bad, man. How have you been?
Been good. Just living life, hating fantasy football, because in our league, I'm just not meant to make the playoffs this year.
Oof, yeah, Tyler came back for you.
Yep. I made sure I texted him, said, "Hey, set your lineup." He did, and he really set his lineup. It popped off against me. My fucking running backs decided to be like, "No, you know what? You don't need to make the playoffs 6 years in a row."
Yeah, that's true, except you still kind of have a chance to make them unless I outscore you by 30 points.
Yeah, that's the way, because I think Kyle clinched. Well, Schyler and Ellie have clinched. Kyle clinched.
It's Tyler and I.
Tyler and you.
Tyler would have to lose too, right?
Yeah, that's true. And who does Tyler face? Tyler plays.
Tyler's playing.
Ooh, Parker. Fuck, I need Parker to pull through. Need Ashley to win, Parker to win. I need you guys to not score more than like 40 points more than me. So how much has Tyler scored? I don't have to worry about Tyler's points for, really. He's over 100. Or pretty close to 200 behind me.
Yeah. I'm only about 32.
30. Yeah, 28.
Yeah, 28. Okay, yeah, 28.
So yeah, as long as you don't outscore me by 28 points and you lose, and Tyler loses, I sneak in.
And you have to win, too.
Have to win, too. Yep, have to be. And I'm going up against the fucking juggernaut of the year.
You have a lot of good views.
Yeah, I got odds are stacked against me.
Hardcore. All I have to do is fucking win out, and I'll be fine.
Yeah, win and get in. That's the name of the game.
I need to win and get in,
Yep. And Tyler, yeah.
I think I should be. I feel pretty good about my matchup.
Whoa.
I think I have some players coming back. What are you whoaing about?
We missed something. Kyle hasn't clinched. Kyle, if he loses to Schyler,
which is very possible, and then you win.
Oh wait, no.
Oh no.
No, I thought I was at 5.
But we could still knock Kyle out if Tyler and I both win and Kyle loses.
That's true. That's the second best scenario for me.
Yeah.
Double repeat Sacco for Kyle.
Ah, man, Skyler's team. I told you that Waller was going to bite me in the ass that week, and he surely did.
I think you're right. You did tell us that. I never wanted you to get fucking Skyler Waller. All he's been after this year is a goddamn tight end, and he got it.
That's fair. That was, in hindsight, not a great move.
Well, you know.
Because I would have beat him if I would have traded him Waller, you know.
Yeah, well, let's talk about that game, by the way. 200 fucking yards and 3 touchdowns or 2 touchdowns?
Jesus, let's just look him up real fast.
2 touchdowns, I think. It might be 3.
I think it was 2 as well. So, yeah, 200 yards, 13 receptions, and 2 TDs.
Yeah, that's a stupid game from a tight end. I don't know if
in a PPR league, he ended it with 45 fucking points.
45 points from your tight end.
Yeah.
Like, that's
wild.
That's dumb. That's a game-winning week.
Yeah, that's like Tyreek Hill popping off for 59.9 points.
Yep, exactly. So the playoffs there's still ways for people to get in. My bet is probably going to be that the people that are in the playoffs right now probably get in. It's probably going to be Schyler, Allie, Kyle, and yourself.
We will see. I hope that's true.
If that ends up being true and the standings remain the same, that means you get Schyler in the first round of the playoffs.
Doesn't feel great for that. I think I can beat him, though. Yeah. My team's... I feel confident in my team if I could just have some people get healthy. I've been having to switch out a lot of people for buys and health reasons, and so is everybody else. I get that, but I don't know. I feel like my team's just been hit a little bit harder. Will Fuller got suspended for the entire fucking year. He was like, I don't know, he was like number top 5 wide receiver on the year, I think.
Was he really?
I don't know. Let's look.
Well, we're looking at that. Why don't, oh, you dropped Will Fuller. That's why.
He's 14th
Yeah.
now.
14. That's the best he's probably ever finished. Will Fuller usually finishes in the 20s somewhere. So.
And when he finished week 12, I think he was a little higher because he didn't play last week at all.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So.
That makes sense. Yeah, man, it's going to be an interesting playoffs. I don't. The only reason I don't actually think I have any hope of actually winning it all, but the reason why I want to get it is it's just a safeguard knowing you can't win the Sacco at that point.
Exactly. I have
There's
a good
like,
enough team. I shouldn't. If I'm in the Sacco, I shouldn't be Sacco.
no, that's kind of how I feel about my team. Is even if I am in the Sacco Bowl, I should be able to beat one of Tyler, Ashley, or Parker. Hopefully. But you never know in this league. 8-team leagues are broken all the time.
I mean, you did just lose to Tyler, so.
Yeah, exactly. So I've lost to everybody in that in the Sacco Bowl, so it's anybody's game.
Yep.
But let's recap a little bit more of last week then. So we covered Waller. Ryan Tannehill popped off. Josh Allen popped off. Both on
Josh
scouts.
Allen threw some nice throws.
Yeah, 38 points. He threw for 375 yards, 4 passing touchdowns. That's a pretty ridiculous game.
It is.
And you got Ryan Tannehill.
Beasley popped off. I would have played Cole
yeah.
Beasley, dude.
Beasley's been doing fucking things for you on your bench.
Dude, I had a choice of him or Shepard, and I chose Shepard because I like the Giants and I wanted him to be the go-to, and Beasley was the guy. Beasley was the play.
Yep.
That might have won me the game, honestly. Yeah, it would have, for sure.
How has Diggs been doing lately? Oh, he's still... Jesus. Diggs is insane. That's a player I wish I would have drafted this year.
Yep.
It's the number 5 receiver on the year.
Jeez.
Yeah. Bills, dude. Go Bills. Root for them in the AFC playoffs. Either them or the Steelers.
Yeah, speaking of the Steelers, they lost to the Washington football team, huh?
Got their first loss to a team with no name.
That is wild.
I can't believe it, of all teams. Like, that's... I mean... Like the NFL is basically like our fantasy football league is the same way the NFL works. It's like you can never count on a win in the NFL.
I didn't get the chance to watch the game, so I didn't get to see how it played out. But
Washington's defense is just no joke. Like Deontay Johnson did things, but Claypool got shut down pretty hard. Juju got shut down hard.
By who? Who are their corners?
Washington's corners. I don't know that off the top of my head. Let me search that real quick. Washington football team corners. Every time I search the Washington football team, I still want to put Washington Redskins.
Because Steelers got up 14-0, didn't they?
Yeah, they started because Deontay Johnson was the only one actually doing anything. So you got Ronald Darby, who's a seasoned vet that's one of the better quarterbacks in the league, and then Kendall Fuller, who I believe they got from Chicago, who's a part of that just like scary Chicago defense that was there a couple years ago. So they got a couple of pretty nice corners. They shut Maplepool down to 38 yards and 2 catches.
Claypool?
Yeah. And then they also shut down Juju to even less than that, I believe. Where's Allie's team? Juju. Oh, yeah.
So
28 yards on 7 catches. So 4 yards a catch.
Jeez. And then what? Alex Smith just somehow came back?
Yeah. I'm trying to remember why. Did Antonio Gibson do anything? I thought he got hurt.
So the Washington football team scored a field goal.
Oh, he did get hurt.
And then number 89 broke off a huge play.
Oh, that's right. There's a couple of rookies that they have that started popping off.
Thomas, I've never heard of him. 82.
And then the other one, there's 2 receivers on their team that do good, and their both last names are Sims. There's Cam Sims and something else Sims. There's 2 Sims receivers on their team.
And then the Steelers made a field goal, so that was still a 1-point game. And then somehow Washington scored another touchdown.
This is some real engaging commentary on a game that we definitely didn't watch and pay any attention to.
Yeah. Trying to catch up. And then Washington ends up scoring a field goal and fucking wins the game, basically.
Ends up winning the fucking thing.
Ben throws a pick.
Yep.
Oh, Big Ben threw it, dude. I mean, I guess they deserve to lose it.
That defense.
Oh, it got deflected.
Oh.
Somebody
Washington's defense is nothing to fuck with.
Damn, okay. So, that was weird. I guess it was just a good matchup for Washington.
Yeah. No undefeated team. I thought the Steelers might be able to do it, go 16-0, then possibly be the first team to win it all the way to the Super Bowl. But there's been all the memes going around about how the Steelers haven't really played a decent team. The decent teams they have played have been like hobbled to the point that it doesn't matter. Like when they faced the Ravens, they faced RG3 instead of Lamar Jackson. But I don't know. I still think they probably end the year at like 14-2. They might lose one more between now and the end of the year. At worst, 13-3. They're still going to win a couple more.
Yep. I got to watch Lamar play, and he's fast, dude.
Yeah. He passed the eyeball test.
Whew. He's fast. I just wanted to recap real quick. A bunch of you guys emailed in, and you did say that my team would be the best superhero team. So that's awesome.
Really?
Thank you.
Wow. Thank you. All of you listeners.
Overwhelmingly was favored for me. So.
Interesting how that works. Well,
it must have been the Hulk, I guess.
It was. It was.
Oh, just took a quick little.
All right. Had to take a little break there. Got a little too excited about how much support you got for your fucking superhero team.
Weird. Wild. It crashed my internet, I guess, because I got disconnected.
Oh, good. We're off to a good start here. Yeah. Well, Miles Sanders and Clyde Edwards-Helaire ruined my fucking week. I want to sit and touch on how Andy Reid does not give a single flying fuck about your fantasy football team.
Dude, I don't there was no inkling of him not being played. You know, Clyde Edwards-Helaire was obviously the number one back. He's been the number one back this whole year. And then he throws up a fat goose egg because Le'Veon Bell runs every single play and he doesn't do that well.
And it probably wouldn't have won me the game because Miles Sanders also laid a fucking shit on the field. 10 carries for 31 yards. That's a solid 3.1 yards a carry. But even with that 3.1 for Miles Sanders, if Clyde Edwards-Helaire could have somehow managed to get a couple catches, 100 rushing yards, and a touchdown, that would have won me the week. I needed 18 to beat Ty, and it would have been a long shot regardless, but still, man, I would have felt better. If I could have known earlier on in the day, I would have been like, maybe I'll try out Jonathan Taylor, who casually got me 22.5 points on my bench. Or shit, might have even felt better about Cam Akers, who's starting to show up, who got 16.4. It wouldn't have won me the week, but I still would have felt better about my fucking team. But no, Andy Reid's like, hey, you're sick, we're going to activate you because, you're good enough to play, so we might as well activate you. Nah, Le'Veon Bell. We're just going to put you on the sideline and let Le'Veon Bell take everything.
Yeah, jeez.
I'm a little bitter.
Yeah, that's just not ideal, obviously, but it is what it is.
You're in a bad way when you have to rely on Clyde Edwards-Helaire to save your fantasy football day, though.
I have Cam Akers in the Dynasty League, and I'm pretty excited about that.
That's a very good guy to have in Dynasty right now because they talked about it at the beginning of the season, but everybody pegged Cam Akers to be the number one running back in LA. And it didn't happen, obviously, at the beginning of the year, even through the middle stretch of the season, but he's turning it on now. He's starting to look like that number one back that people thought he was.
Yeah, I mean, I think he's learned the plays a bit more, learned the game log, and he's probably a lot more trusted with the team, so it seems like they're starting to vibe. I hope he stays around for the entire time with very little injury so I can mooch all the points off of him as possible.
Yeah, try to get those nice Todd Gurley type games when he was a Ram. Talking about injury, though, he did injure his shoulder in that game, but he's at a full practice as of today, so he should be good. They play tomorrow. They play the Patriots.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so
I think they're going to crush them. I think the Rams are going to win.
I'm almost wondering if I should play him over my shitty fucking running backs.
I cannot see Cam Newton doing anything over that defense.
No, can't. Yeah. It could be one of those weird games, though. God, I don't know. Because New England's defense is still pretty solid, at least on the running aspect of it. But I don't know. That one's hard. I bet you're probably right. I bet they probably shit on the Patriots. But God, the Patriots are a hard team to predict this year.
Yeah, that's true. They blew the Chargers out.
That's true. 45-0. I should be paying attention to that.
It's wild, dude.
Let's talk about that for a second. 45-0. That feels bad.
They couldn't even score a point, dude.
I know.
Keenan Allen, I picked him to as one of the top 3 scorers of the week. He scored 9.8 points.
Yeah, that's bad for Keenan Allen this year. Keenan Allen's been a solid at least 15 every week, and yeah, this week was not a good one.
Nope. I also chose Derrick Henry.
Oh yeah.
Threw up a solid 5.9 points.
That's the worst week we'll probably ever see from Derrick Henry.
That's what I'm saying. I literally could have chose the worst weeks for people, and I would have won. Like, if it would have been like, oh, what's the worst week they'll have for the entire season? I'm like, this is the week for this guy, and this guy. It's like, oh, you're pretty close.
All right. Well, since we're covering it, let's go over your other pick.
We might as well dive into the nasty 9 of last week.
So you had Keenan Allen, you had Derrick Henry, covered those two,
and I had Patrick Mahomes. So in total, Patrick Mahomes only put up 21.32 points. In total, I got a total of 37.02.
Okay.
Total. Did I say total?
You might have said total. Let's count the total amount of times you might have said total.
So in total, 37.02. All right, Schyler coming in solid second place.
Ooh.
That's tight race. So he had DK. He only scored 13 points.
Okay.
Not as good as we thought he was going to do. Dalvin Cook scored a solid 23.9. And Kyler Murray threw up a pretty average 24.42.
So what was his total, if you don't mind giving me that total?
61.32.
Total?
Total.
Wow. All right. All right, let's go over the winning picks, because I picked a fucking shithead as my running back. And
yeah, the stinker of the week, the player stinker of the week out of the people we chose was Brandon's Miles Sanders with a whopping 3.1 points at 3.1 yards per carry on 10 carries.
10 carries for 31 yards. That is bad.
Yep. But his other 2 picks carried him to victory, with Devontae Adams popping off for a total of 34.10 total points, and Ryan Tannehill had a total of 35.56 points, which brings Brandon's total to a whopping 72.76 total points.
Got a 70 burger out of that somehow.
Yeah, 70 burger. I mean, you wouldn't have had a 70 burger if you would have just played 2 players, but you would have had a 69 burger.
Nice. I love 69 burgers.
Yeah. Same.
All right.
So
good.
That was pretty legit. Pretty legit
I like
week.
it.
Playoffs are coming up, so I think the picks are going to be spicier and spicier.
I agree. I think
You
that
know,
is going to
good
be
thing
good.
no one chose Clyde Edwards-Helaire, right?
That's no shit either. I
Ghost
thought about picking him too. It's a bad thing. Not like it would have made a difference. I mean, the difference in Clyde Edwards-Helaire and Miles Sanders was a whole 3.1 points.
Not great.
Not. All right. Well, since there's only two of us this week, shall we do another Nasty Nine-esque draft?
Yes, we should. We're going to call it the Sexy Six because there's only going to be 6 players chosen because there's just 2 of us.
Sexy Six. All right. Well, sir, considering that you picked last week, I'll turn the reins over to you and let you pick first.
All right. I think I'm going to go quarterback first. I'm going to choose Mr. Russ Wilson.
You fuck.
Playing against the New York Jets. I think he's going to go off for a lot of points, so let's see what he's got.
All right. Well, if we're going to go down that road, we might as well just pile on the juiciest matchup of the week. We're going to go DK Metcalf at wide receiver.
That's a good choice.
I'm going to get some of those points that your Russell Wilson pick is going to be good. We're going some strategy here. Pro strats.
I like it. Okay, I'm going to choose... it might be wishful thinking, but I'm going to go ahead and go with James Robinson for my running back on the Jags.
Ooh, going up against Tennessee, they're a little bit tougher defense, but James Robinson, I mean, he's the definition of consistency this year. The number 4 running back on the year so far.
That's true. Yep. So we'll see what he could do. I think C-Mac's back. I almost wanted to choose him, but
you might be foreshadowing. Someone might be choosing a little bit of C-Mac.
Oh.
Right. I messed up. I didn't realize that since I was the second pick that I was the last pick, so I didn't pick 2 in a row. So let's just go back and forth like we have been.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Would you have picked James Robinson, though?
No. We can just go back and forth since it's just the 2 of us.
Okay. So who's your second pick, then?
All right, my second pick is going to be... We're going to go Ryan Tannehill. We're going to stick to the guns on the Ryan Tannehill train.
Nice. I like it. He did well for you last week.
Yeah, Jaguars defense is nothing to scoff at, nothing to be afraid of, nothing to fear. So
yeah,
I'm hoping that one turns into an absolute just fucking fireworks show.
Just a sling fest, huh?
Yeah.
If you ever chose kickers in this game, you would always pick Young Ho Koo because that guy is fucking out of his mind when it comes to kicking a goddamn football.
It is insane. The dude has had a bye week and also missed a game, and he's still the number 1 kicker on the year.
Yeah,
he shouldn't be, but he is because he's a guaranteed at least 10 points, but he gets close to 20 most weeks.
Yeah. Dude, he scored over 20 multiple weeks.
Oh, yeah. Do you think, here, we're going to take a little tangent off this Sexy Six real quick. Do you think we're going to call him Young Ho Koo because that's how I want to call him it, but if you want to get technical, it's Young Wei Koo, which is not as Koo, so...
It's Young Wei Koo?
Yeah, apparently that's how you say ho in, I'm not even going to try to guess what region of Asia his family comes from, but wherever he's from, that's how you say ho. You say hui.
Hui, okay.
Anyways, do you think he's built enough of a name this year to actually be drafted next year?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Do you not?
I mean, I think that you probably should, but I just don't know. I think he's good. Like, he's obviously good at making field goals. My fear is he a product of himself, of being a good kicker, or is he a product of the system that he's in, being Atlanta, which is really good about getting into the red zone, but not scoring touchdowns?
But even so, I think that it has to be said that he's made every kick, right?
He's missed a couple, but he's got to be at least 90% on the year.
How many has he missed? He's missed 1 there, 2, 3. He's missed 3 kicks on the year.
Yeah, 3 out of how many? Like, I'm going to look up his stats real quick.
1, 5, 6, 7, 11, 13, 14, 18, 23. I think it's 23.
Oh, he's 20 for 23?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that hits 90%. So
Yeah, that's him. Well,
yeah,
now you got me second guessing how good young Oku is.
he's
Wait.
good. I think he's definitely good for a kicker. Let's cool it down a little bit because we're not gonna get our dicks hard for kickers. We're respectable fantasy players who don't rely on fucking kickers. So
I hate kickers.
kickers are so bad. I just wish we could. I won't ever get rid of them because I know how much Ashley loves kickers and everybody likes the tradition of kickers. The thing is, what they need to do, I don't know if the fantasy heads that be all control everything need to just like one night just take kickers out of it entirely. It's the worst position. I'd argue defense is right there with them. I also hate defense almost as much. But,
yeah, I got negative points a while back.
yeah.
I know that's not uncommon, but it just feels so shitty.
Yep. Most people, even if you have if you have the number one defense in the league, you're usually good for the entire year. But even if you have like the number 2 or lower defense, you can never guarantee you're going to have a good week from that defense.
No, then you just start streaming.
Yep. So.
Okay, so then we have one pick each left.
Yeah. So you go.
My wide receiver, I'm going to have to just steal yours from last week because he's number 2 on the year, Devontae Adams.
Nice. That was my second pick. Fuck.
Against the Detroit Lions, right? I think he's gonna do some work on them.
He did some work against them last time they faced each other. Let's see what he scored against them last time. Lions. Never mind. I'm glad you picked him. He scored 6 points against the Lions in week 6. I was wrong. I also think he got injured that game, though. So.
Oh, yeah, that's fair. All right, who's your RB?
All right, running back. We're gonna ride it because it worked for me last time. Whenever C-Mac comes off an injury, C-Mac does things. So C-Mac.
I knew you were gonna do it.
And in case he doesn't play, because there is the chance he doesn't play, I'm gonna throw in the caveat that I would have. I'm not gonna choose it. I'll take the 0 because I'm good at taking fucking zeros whenever I pick people. But I would have picked Aaron Jones.
Now, is he a product of the system?
That's what we've been arguing all fucking year, but I think Aaron Jones is legit good.
I think he's real, man.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's real.
There's definitely 2 camps on it. There's the Aaron Jones truthers, and there's the people who think that any running back you plug into Green Bay is going to be good, which there is a point to that. I do think that if you're running back for Green Bay, you're going to score a lot of points. You're probably going to be a top 10 running back. But Aaron Jones does more than just score some points.
Yeah, that's fair. That makes sense.
So
I respect that, but at the same time, it does seem like he gets a little bit more hype because of how the system benefits/highlights him. And
absolutely. I mean, like, Aaron Rodgers isn't his quarterback. He's probably not a top 10 running back in the league. But you can make that same argument for a lot of different teams. You can also make the same argument if you plug in any running back into hold on.
Record.
I don't know why that little technical difficulties there. What I was saying is that if you plug in any running back into Green Bay and Aaron Rodgers is your quarterback, you're going to be good. And if they're not your quarterback, if their quarterback's not good, you're not going to be good. It's an easy argument to make for anyone.
Yeah.
So, but I'm an Aaron Jones truther. I don't know if he's going to be in Green Bay this coming year. I hope he is, because I think that they like to keep this. Green Bay is one of the teams that likes to keep the players that they have. They're not ones to really go sign people in free agency. They do have like 6 running backs on their bench. Not really. I think they have like 3 or 4 to sit behind him. But
right.
I mean, they could go with one of those guys. They did draft A.J. Dillon, so we'll see.
Yeah, that's true. All right, that's the sexy 6 pick.
So what's your team again?
I have Russ Wilson, James Robinson, Devontae Adams, and you're going with Ryan Tannehill, C-Mac, and DK Metcalf.
Nice. All right, some powerhouse choices there.
That's true. Do you think we'll just like run into the same like 9 that we end up picking each week?
Yeah, this was one thing I thought about when we did this last time. What we should start doing is we should take out like the top 10 from each position. some weeks.
Oh,
You know,
yeah.
we can obviously have like a powerhouse
Big-
nasty
yeah.
nine where you have everybody available to you.
Yeah.
If you take out those top 10, then the list gets a lot more sketchy after.
Yeah, and it's a little bit more like risk it to get the biscuit kind of mentality.
Yeah, it shows a little bit more prowess in fantasy football because, like, I think a fucking monkey could sit here and choose C-Mac, Michael Thomas, or not Michael Thomas, DK Metcalf, and Ryan Tannehill as their 3 picks.
Yeah, that's kind of how I feel too. So we'll see.
But yeah, so we'll switch it up every now and then. We won't, just so you guys know, we're not going to be giving you the obvious picks of this is who's going to do good this week because they're a top 5 player in the league.
Yeah, we're just kind of getting the feel of things, and since Schyler's also not with us today, we figured we'd do one more solid round of extremely good players before we threw some curveballs in.
Next time we'll get a little more.
Ooh, maybe like we could do themes of the Nasty Nine, like they have to have dreadlocks.
I like that. Quarterback is going to be hard with
that.
Everything but quarterback.
Yeah,
your quarterback.
There's like Lamar Jackson might have dreads. Cam Newton.
Yeah. They don't really have dreads, but they definitely got not white person.
Yeah. Who's the other black quarterbacks?
You got you got Russell Wilson, but he might as well be a white quarterback.
Is black?
Yeah, I think half. He looks half. He might be full, but he acts pretty like 1 quarter, or like that guy that's like in your school. It's like, I'm 1/8 black. It's like, are you really though?
Like Hawaiian.
He's probably something like that. I don't actually know. This is all fucking me talking out of my ass right now. So
let's look it up real quick.
The way that he acts just screams, I'm kind of black, but I'm not really black.
Okay. Let's see. He's 62% African.
Oh, well, there we go. Full black. Well,
full black. He goes
black.
Full black.
Close enough.
Right.
It's above 50, so full black.
Yeah. Okay. He doesn't have dreads though.
No. So yeah, you got him, you got Cam, you got Lamar, Jameis, I guess, when he plays, and then other than that, I think that's it. There's not a lot of black quarterbacks.
Yeah, that's fair. Okay.
Tua's Hawaiian, which I guess is like not white. Everybody else is whiter than fuck.
And then if we did it the opposite, like you could only choose people with straight hair, it would be really hard to find like decent running backs, maybe.
Yeah, number 1 pick would be Christian McCaffrey, and then good luck after that. Wide receiver Cole Beasley, I guess, and like Hunter Renfrow.
You could choose like James White.
Yeah, James White is very black, but his name is White, so it counts.
Oh. Wait, who's the really Rex Burkhead? That's who I'm
Rex
thinking
Burkhead. Yeah, that's a white running back. There you go.
Yep, and
we'll come up with some themes. Maybe we'll come up with some themes. We'll figure it out.
Yep, I like it. That'd be fun. Okay. Good deal.
Cool.
Well.
Is there anything else you want to touch on in fantasy football, or yeah?
I don't think so. I think we touched on everything that I could think of.
Let's talk playoffs and dynasty for a second.
Ugh, I didn't beat you. It feels bad.
Yeah, well, we're gonna talk about that. Let's talk about our league and our playoffs first, then we'll go to dynasty, our league, and the playoffs there. So we kind of touched on it a little bit earlier, but if you had to face Schyler first, how would you feel? What do you think your chances of winning round 1 of the playoffs are?
They'd be just as high as winning the last round against him, so it's like you might as well rip the Band-Aid off if I could beat him. The thing is that I'd have to maybe play him twice, right?
No.
If he lost to me, there'd be no way for him to get back in because it's just like a bracket system.
Yeah. So you get the way the playoffs are set right now. You face Schyler round 1. It's you and Schyler, and then it's Kyle and Allie, and then if you win, you face the winner of Kyle and Allie.
Man, if I was facing Kyle in the playoffs and I beat him, he'd be so burned.
That's honestly, I never thought about that, but that's what I hope for because Kyle wants a championship so bad. Like we all do. But Kyle has been so close and just missed the trophy so many
Yeah,
times now.
he has, and he wants it. He's like, he feels left out, right?
Yeah, exactly. And we only got me, you, and Allie that got a championship. So, yeah, if that could be what happened is that you won your second championship over Kyle, that might be the best ending in my mind.
That would be really satisfying. He might,
Yeah,
he'd rage.
he would. He'd be he'd be glad that he got into the playoffs, but like, I think he would. His composure is really good that he would act like okay on the outside, but on the inside, it's just like a guy flipping a table over and over again.
Yeah, he does hold himself together pretty well. Has he made it to the playoffs most seasons? I don't remember.
I think every one of them except for last year where he won the Sacco.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure. And I've made it every year. This is probably going to be the first year I don't make it.
Okay, that's right.
And then everybody else has kind of been a mix of both making it and not making it.
Yep.
You and Parker have been up there with making it the most, and Schyler too.
Yep. Because Schyler wasn't in it the first year.
No, he gets X'd out of the first year, but we still count it.
Yeah, so basically, I think that I have just as good of chances of beating Schyler in the first round as I would the second round. So I feel like, yeah, might as well rip the Band-Aid off. I feel like I could beat him. I feel like I could have beat him last week.
I do too.
You know, like I was close to beating him last week. If Ryan Tannehill wouldn't have popped off, obviously Derrick Henry had a really bad week, which helped me out a lot. But
yeah, even if Ryan Tannehill does pop off, you don't got to go up against another Darren Waller 45-point week. I think you're good.
Exactly. That was, I guess, the main burner that burned me.
Yeah, and hopefully by then, come playoff time, you got your full roster. You got James Conner. You got everyone else. So,
yep.
But, anyways, I guess we'll move on to Dynasty. What are you thinking so far? How do you feel about it?
Well, yeah, C-Mac's been out, obviously. So now that he's coming back, I'll have my running back situation much more under control.
Yeah.
And then aside from that, I mean, I didn't win this week, so I think I'm basically in the loser bracket.
Are you? Yep. Yeah. That's fine, though. We haven't really confirmed what we're going to do to motivate people to actually do good in Dynasty, because right now it's sitting at Schyler at 3-0, and then Noah, Lane, and myself in the playoffs, all at 2-1. And then you got Cody, Kyle, Tad at 1-2 in the Sacco Bowl, and Ashley at 0-3 in 8th place. So, things I really wanted to touch on is I wanted to talk about my team for a second because one, I want to roster bait a little bit because I haven't been able to yet. This roster is fucking dumb, Tad. Patrick Mahomes, Zeke, which is whatever this year. Next year, I'm stoked. Kenyon Drake, which is, again, kind of, my running backs are kind of mad. I don't feel amazing about them, but not horrible. But then Michael Thomas, Julio Jones, DeAndre Hopkins as my wide receivers that I can play. And then I got a choice of like Raheem Mostert, Austin Eckler, Adam Thielen, Robbie Anderson.
I like
as my other flex.
I like
I got a gangster team for the next couple years at least. I'm going to be in playoff contention every single year for sure. I got to figure out something though down the line. That's what worries me.
Yeah, because you got a few players that are definitely going to be phasing out here soon.
Yeah, and I did not go very rookie heavy. I think my only rookie I really care about is Brandon Ayuk. And that's really about it. I don't have any rookies. There's Anthony McFarland for the Steelers, who, whenever James Conner decides to hang it up, I guess I got him. But
yeah, because Julio's getting up there.
Yeah, Julio's getting old. D-Hop I'll have for probably another 3 to 5 years. Michael Thomas I'll have for 3 to 5 years.
I'm
really good for
a while if you.
Yeah. and Patrick Mahomes for the next 10.
Oh, you don't even need Dak Prescott. I forgot you had Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah, just in case something happens with Patrick Mahomes, I got a backup plan. But yeah, this to fill everybody in, we started a dynasty league in the middle of the year, about week 10 or 11, and drafted after everybody's been hurt, everybody's been on their buys, and we're like, hey, let's start a dynasty league where you keep everybody from here until forever, starting in week 10 and going forward.
Yes, exactly. So it was a little bit different of a draft because there was definitely a lot of players like on IR that you were like, well, they're not going to be playable this year, but you might as well pick them up and hope that they're decent next year because they're way too valuable to just leave on the wires until the very end, right? So,
Yep. And the strategy was weird because you have all the way that the players were ranked was all the rookies at the top, and then all the people that you know are good were like somewhere in the list down below. So you really had to search for, if you wanted not a rookie, you had to go search for them in the list.
yeah.
So how do you feel about your team?
My team is the opposite of your team. My team is chocked full of rookies. I have C-Mac and James Robinson as my RBs. I have AJ Brown, who's 23 years old, so I mean, he's going to be around for a while. And then my other receiver is not great.
Juju?
Yeah, I have Juju, and then I have some other rookies. I'm hoping that Juju kind of like evens out. I don't know. He just has been having a very strange year to me. For
Do you think?
the Steelers doing as well as they have been, he isn't really showing it. I don't know.
I mean, he's the number 20 receiver on the year, so it's not like horrible. It's a wide receiver, too. I'm curious what you think. Do you think Juju will bounce back next year? Do you think that he's just kind of like going to be a Sterling Shepard esque, like a better Sterling Shepard for the Steelers? Just be like a slot receiver who does good some games, but other games you're kind of like, well, I'm not happy I started you.
I don't think so. But I don't
You think he's going to
know.
pop back?
I think I want him to pop back, and I think that he's talented enough to pop back. I don't understand why Claypool and Johnson are getting highlighted so heavily, like versus him, right? Like, are they more
I think
talented? Is it because he's getting the number one corner on every team? Like,
I don't. At the beginning of the year, Juju definitely got the number one corner on every team at first because that's who everybody thought was their best receiver. Here's what I think is part of Juju Smith-Schuster's problem. This might be a reason why we might see Juju somewhere else, and he might not be with the Steelers in a couple years. Deontay Johnson is just undoubtedly a better route runner than Juju is. Juju's a very good route runner, but Deontay Johnson has the route running capabilities, almost that of Antonio Brown, but without the name, like the recognition in his heyday with the Steelers. So he gets him on that part. Deontay Johnson isn't a physical threat by any means. He's about the same size as Juju. Juju's sitting at 6'1", 215 pounds, and Schyler has Deontay Johnson. Deontay Johnson is, he's even small. He's way smaller. He's
yeah,
5'10", 181.
okay.
Jesus.
I thought he was
I thought he
small.
was.
He's like a Odell Beckham.
Yeah, I thought he was around. I mean, it's kind of close, but not terribly. So he's not a physical threat by any means. But then you got Mapletron, Claypool, who's just a monster. He's a red zone threat. He can win those 50-50 balls. And that's, I think, why Big Ben likes him, especially as he gets into his old age. He might not be as precise of a thrower as he once was. And so he can just chuck it to Claypool and be like, hey, man, go get it.
That's fair.
So I think that's part of the reason why we've seen such a slump from Juju.
Yeah, I think that's a good prediction. I can't think of any other reason to explain it because, I mean, Juju's been healthy, Ben's been healthy. Like you said, he was getting number one corners, and I guess if he's not anymore, then there's no reason he shouldn't be burning people on routes, and he's just not really.
Yeah, I agree.
So
Um,
So yeah, I mean, I don't feel great about Juju. In addition to Juju, I do have like Sterling Shepard, which Amari Cooper. I mean, these guys are getting up there, I guess. Amari Cooper is number one on Cowboys, and I think he's going to be good once Dak Prescott gets back.
I agree with that. Yeah, yeah. The Cowboys are kind of like the same boat as the Steelers that they've got three really talented wide receivers that I think you got probably the best one out of the three. I'm still hesitant to call what is this? CD Lamb the better receiver.
Yeah.
We'll see. Year 2, year 3 receiver usually see like whether or not their shit is worth what all the hype was about or not. And so I guess we'll get a real good tell next year. But Amari Cooper's been tried and tested and been that number one guy. He's been more consistent this year, hasn't he?
I mean, I don't remember what he played like last year.
Last year you could almost peg him to go off anytime they were playing at home and to be almost non-existent when they were on the road.
Because I mean, this year he's number 13 on the league at wide receiver.
Oh, Jesus. He's way higher than I thought he was. That blows me away. I had no idea.
Yeah.
13, that's almost a wide receiver one.
Yeah.
He's a solid at least 15 points a game, basically.
What qualifies
scoring the
as a 1?
20s.
12? Top 12?
Anything, 1 to 12 technically qualifies as a one because most people, when you're not jabronis like us and play in fucking 18 leagues, you play in 12 team leagues, 12 or 10 team. Most people play in 12 team leagues, which is why they rank 1 to 12 because when you come to the draft, it's, you get one of the top 12 people.
That makes sense. Okay.
But yeah, so that's, right there, might as well call him a wide receiver one, high end wide receiver two.
Yep,
So.
and then I got some rookies coming in. I got Ruggs on the bench, like in the back.
I like that.
I have Lazard in the back.
Ooh.
I have Donovan Peoples-Jones.
That's the one that's for Cleveland that I'm hyped about.
Yeah, he popped off last week finally.
Did he?
I mean, he caught a touchdown.
Oh yeah, 18 points. It's the most he scored all year.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Okay.
So I mean, I have a lot of prospects. So I'm hoping that something will kind of come to fruition on its own next year for wide receivers.
Well, good. I'm excited. I just kind of wanted to pick your brain about what you thought about your team. Yeah, yours definitely seems like a team for the future. And then you also, we got the rookie draft coming up.
And then Josh Allen is
April-ish,
QB, so I don't know if
which is nice. Josh Allen's going to be a star for a while.
He's got a fucking gun on him, man.
Yeah, he does. He does not. He reminds me a lot of Brett Favre. Will throw a few interceptions here and there, but he makes up for it. Yeah, we got a rookie draft coming up in April-ish, which will be interesting. We'll talk more about that on this podcast when the rookie draft happens. Then we get to pick 3 new players for our team. That'll be fun.
Yes. Gotta start looking at the prospects coming out.
Yeah, buddy. All right. Well, you want to talk about something in the world today?
Yeah, we should probably do that.
All right. Well, I been kind of trying to mull over this idea in my head because I've seen a few articles about it. Might be clickbait. Not really sure. Obviously, I haven't vetted it too well. But if and when a vaccine comes out, there's this idea out there that in order to get the next stimulus check, if you do want the next stimulus check, a requirement for it is going to be to take the vaccine whenever it comes out. How do you feel about that?
I feel like that's pretty wild. I don't know, man. Yeah, requiring something like that. Because vaccines aren't even required now,
Yeah.
to get paid. I would be very surprised if anything like that ever happened. I mean,
I don't think it will, because like you said, it's hard to like force people's hands like that, because a lot of people do actually need that money. There's a lot of people that are either on restricted hours right now or getting no hours and are having to find different jobs because of everything that's happening in the world. So that government assistance, as much as I know people don't like to rely on the government, that extra, $1,200 in your bank account can make or break your Christmas, or I guess going into 2021 can make your start off your year right. So
Yep. But yeah,
it's
I'd have a really hard time. I think honestly, I feel like that's probably just some sort of like hearsay rumor that was created, and I would be very surprised if it actually came into fruition. But I guess we'll see.
yeah. Do you think that if a vaccine does come out, do you think you'll be one of the first people to take it, or do you think you'll kind of hold back and wait and see kind of what happens to people for a little bit?
Um. I don't know, honestly. It's hard to say.
Part of me
The
wants
thing
to.
about it is I don't think it's gonna be, like, as simple as, "You want it? Oh, yeah, go get it." Like, because if you think about how many people are in the world, it's either gonna, A, cost money, or B, it's gonna be given to the people who are at the highest risk or who are gonna need it the most, and I don't fit any of those bills. So, I just feel like inevitably I'm gonna be kind of later along on the ladder, but if I had the opportunity, the thing is if it's approved and like everything's like I'm probably gonna get it. I'm in line to get
Yeah,
it. I'm not scared to fucking get a vaccine. Vaccines save lives, and I think that it's gonna be really just a minor shot. It's gonna be chill. Everything's gonna move on, but obviously there's all differing opinions. So
it's kind of how I feel about it. Part of me just would want to get it done and over with, so then I wouldn't have to wear a fucking mask anymore. I'd be like, nope, I got the vaccine. I'm good. Fuck you guys.
right, yeah,
Um, just to be able to go to work and be like, there's no way that I can get this. Be chill
can't
with
get it.
everything.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
like I'm good. You got that like little badge of honor saying I'm vaccinated. I'm
Yeah,
good. Um, so part of me wants to, like you said, I'm not going to be one of the first people to get it. First people that are going to get it are going to be the people working on the front lines, which is going to be your nurses, your doctors, anybody in healthcare.
exactly.
They're going to be the first ones to get it, and then you're probably going to get to emergency personnel,
Yeah, and if it started making a
policemen.
bunch of people autistic, then we're probably gonna pass.
That's
You know.
that's what worries me. That's what makes me a little hesitant about getting it. It's not so much that I'm going to become autistic. So I'm probably already a little autistic as it is. So I don't think I can get double autistic. Maybe I'll find that out. But I'm a little worried. It's just a thought in the back of your head, like, all right, well, doctors have cleared this. They said it's safe for now, but like, what happens in like 15 years and I just start growing like a third arm or something? Like, I know that's an unrealistic thought. I'm not going to grow a third arm, but like,
Sure, yeah, it could have like health effects down the road that aren't
right.
aren't visible right now.
Yeah. But I trust our medical field for the most part.
Yeah,
The doctors that are researching all this shit, they're not gonna put something out there if it's not ready to go.
that's
And
how it's not like they're gonna like rush it. It's not gonna be like a,
yeah,
a rushed vaccine. Like, oh yeah, we cut some corners, but hopefully it's good. Like
right. If they did rush it, they did a real fucking bad job of it because we're almost a full fucking year into
yeah,
this.
exactly. Yeah, that's how I feel. So. Yeah, I guess we'll see how it plays out. It'll be, I don't know. What have you heard? A couple weeks?
Um, I
The
haven't
ninth.
actually
I've heard a
seen.
couple weeks. Yeah,
Really.
I've been hearing before the new year is going to
No
be
shit.
around. So we'll see.
Coronavirus vaccine. Um,
What do we got?
Google is a real good machine at telling you things that you didn't Google. Um,
It's like the polio vaccine was invented in 19.
yeah, it's like this many deaths. It's like I didn't say coronavirus deaths. I googled coronavirus vaccine. Nothing like on a timeline.
Okay, I mean, obviously, people are gonna say shit, but
Pfizer vaccine moves closer to getting the okay in the U.S., so it's on its way. FDA says Pfizer vaccine is safe and effective. That was a day ago, so
yeah,
we're getting there. Hopefully before the new year, at least at the beginning of 2021, so we can just start getting fucking back to normal.
yep, exactly. I'm ready to leave this year behind us. I don't know if it'll work just quite like that, but at least we'll have other problems to worry about besides the shitty ones we had this year.
Yeah. It's gonna be interesting a few years from now when we look back on 2020 and we're like, God, you fucking remember that year that just the entire world shut down because of
I hope
this?
it's like that. I really do. I hope it's not like in 5 years we're like, dude, we thought it was just gonna be a year. It's fucking
I have
6. And no
I
end in
haven't seen the
sight.
sunlight in 10
Yeah.
years. Yeah. Yeah, that's a good point. I hope you're right there too. So it's not
Right. I hope it's not like one of your birthdays where it's like, oh yeah, I'm gonna be fucking 25, and then you turn 25 the next day, and you're like, I feel the same. You
yeah,
know.
right. Yep.
I hope it's gonna be different. So we'll see.
I do too. Well, cool, dude.
Yeah, dude. Very cool. I was gonna ask you a
Well,
quick question.
Oh yeah, shoot.
If you could delete/erase one holiday from the year, what would it be?
Hmm.
Like, what do you just hate? You're just like,
Fuck.
fuck that holiday.
That's hard. Easter's up there. Easter's a bullshit holiday. And like, I got a kid, I got another kid on the way, and it's fun for her, but like for the most part, Easter fucking
Yeah,
sucks.
you're really religious though, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Yep, I really care about the death on wooden cross. No, yeah. So Easter's not. It's always on a Sunday, and I don't know. It's never been one of my favorites. It's just, I mean, it's cool as a kid because you get candy, you get some presents, I guess, every now and then.
Yep, that's fair.
It's between that and Thanksgiving. I like Thanksgiving, so I probably wouldn't get rid of Thanksgiving because I like the
Damn,
food.
you're
But
picking really big ones. I was thinking something like Labor Day.
oh, if we can go, I thought you were talking about like holiday. It's like I like New Year's, like Christmas, like Halloween, like all the big ones. But
Yeah.
okay, yeah. If we get rid of one of them,
Like, what is Labor Day?
I think that's just the one to like honor people that work,
That
like
work?
us.
Oh, okay. That seems like a good day, actually. I guess we should.
Pretty sure. I should Google things before I fucking say them sometimes.
He's like, I think this means the working class.
What is Labor Day? Yeah. Like, oh, actually, Labor Day is this.
Yeah, American workers. That seems like.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
It pays tribute to the contributions and achievements of American workers, traditionally observed on the first Monday in September.
Yeah.
All right, we should definitely keep Labor Day. I don't know why I said that. I should fucking look shit up before I just say I'm all Labor Day. Like,
we
whole-
talk a little, we talk a lot of fucking bro science on this podcast. If you can't tell, it's a lot of like, I think it's this.
Exactly.
Yeah. I don't know. Then I want to say like Memorial Day, but Memorial Day is good for a lot of reasons. So yeah, like the only reason why I dislike Memorial Day is because you can't. It's like the first day that most of the time you can go out and like camp or do some summer shit, but it's always fucking packed with people, so I can't actually go do that shit that I want.
I just thought of a bullshit holiday.
What's that?
Valentine's Day.
Oh yeah,
That's
Valentine's
a bullshit
Day.
holiday. I think it's made up. I think it's a man-made bullshit holiday.
Yeah,
I mean, I guess
like,
all
it's fun.
holidays are kind of like that.
They all are, but Valentine's Day, like, it's fun for having like with your girlfriend or spouse or wife or whatever.
Yeah.
It's fun-ish for that. Like, you get to show up, but like for the most part, you shouldn't target all of your love to one particular day in February.
Same, and I just hate like that you have to like spend money on a random day on like chocolate and flowers and like stuffed animals, and it's like none of this means shit.
Yeah, here's a good idea. Get rid of Valentine's Day, and then you see how many boyfriends, husbands, wives, girlfriends actually love their spouse.
Yeah.
Because then you're gonna see if they actually want to like do special things like that.
Yeah.
Go buy your girlfriend or wife some flowers. Just be like, hey, I love you.
Exactly. There it is.
Yeah, Valentine's Day. There we go. You don't even get it off of work, so why is it? It's not worth anything at that point.
No. All right, that was my only question. I'm glad we came to the Valentine's Day conclusion.
Yeah, fuck yeah. Well, cool. Well, thanks everyone for tuning in again on a fucking mashed together Die Hard, Die Nasty podcast minus Schyler. We're gonna make sure to get one of these out once a week for you guys to let you know that we love you.
Yeah, listen to us bullshit. Hopefully you kind of enjoy it.
Listen to us talk bro science and not have a single fucking clue about what we're saying.
Yeah, but I mean, at some point we do like check to make sure we're not feeding you complete bullshit. So
yeah, we'll at least fact check ourselves to like the first page of Google.
Yeah,
nobody goes past the first page of Google.
Yeah, after that it's dark abyss.
Yep.
Like onion.
Yeah.
You remember?
All right,
dude. I remember that. What? You watched somebody get killed one time.
Wait, what?
On the internet. Live.
All right, we're